I am the one and only specialist of the strange. Tune in every week for a new episode to get updates from all my ventures. Movies, music, gaming, and the unknown. There's never a dull moment in my life, and anybody who has bear witness can testify that the second I come in, you know something's up. This is Specialist of the Strange radio show. Now please, welcome your host, Dakota Francis.
And welcome to the show, everyone. My name is Dakota France, and today we do have a very special treat for you. One of my good colleagues from Parachills has joined us, and a new author with Publix Publishing, Nat NW. And may I say, this woman has made quite a hell of an impression.
Thank you. Your thing's going off.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm just like, they wanted to say hi.
Oh, hi.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what the heck is going on. You've seen some of the broadcasts I've been on, and I don't know.
Yeah. I can sense them.
What's that?
I can sense them.
Yeah. So, I know that we've talked before, and you actually said that you're not really sure what the heck you are, for lack of a better word. I know that sounds kind of mean, but that's pretty much what it comes down to. So what all have you experienced?
Let me see here. Outer body experiences. I would say that I have heard, when I have entered a house, I've heard maybe people talking, some human, some inhuman, some not malicious at all. If I need to convey the message, I will convey the message, but I'm not going to put myself in that situation. However, I will, the second I walk into a house, I automatically know if something has happened there. I will know if, I think I've turned down maybe 16 different houses because of, I don't know if it was the land or if it was the house itself or the structure or if anything else has happened inside there. So I don't know if it's a sensitive thing or a clairvoyant thing, but stuff like that, that has happened. So I really don't know what I am.
Hey, trust me, I've been there. I'm still trying to figure everything out. Speaking from experience, it's one of those things, the second you think you know everything that's going on, something new comes right at you to shove you further down the rabbit hole, for lack of a better word.
I will tell you this, though. When I did join Parachills, a lot of my abilities have really come to life, if for lack of better terms. Seeing your stuff, being on the chats with Chris and you and everybody else, and seeing orbs and helping people with their investigations. I really, since I don't put myself in those situations, I kind of live vicariously through them, but I really didn't know what I was capable of, I guess.
Well, you can't really give yourself too much grief. It's not until you're in those types of situations that you realize, like, oh, wait, that's not normal.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, how long have you noticed you had these abilities?
Since I was a little kid.
Ooh. You got a rough idea on age?
think my mom said when I had an imaginary friend. I want to say about maybe 11 years old.
Hmm. All right.
Yeah. And then it really started to amp up in my 30s.
Really?
So, uh-huh. Yeah. Everything started to amp up.
Well, I may be screwed then. I'm only 25. The way things have been going lately, but
You haven't even gotten to the best part yet.
oh, great. All right, so what is the first experience you remember where you started to realize that, okay, maybe this is not something else other people may be able to do, if that
Um,
makes sense?
yeah, no, it does. This, let me see here. Um, I was at a house and it was not a good house. The basement was really bad.
Hmm.
I did not like being there. This was a few years back, I believe, maybe 4 years ago. And this was probably the most haunting experience that I have. But I went into the basement and I almost felt like I slammed 6 beers, which is really unfair because I didn't touch any alcohol. But it was, it felt intoxicating, very heavy to breathe. But I was tracking a little boy in the basement that nobody could see. I felt somebody was watching me. I could see a face in a poster that nobody else could see. I could see, or I could hear the little boy. It was almost like a disembodied voice, I guess you could say. Um, but he was in a hallway and he was moving in a pace that a normal human would not. So I don't know if he was human or if it was demonic at that point. It didn't feel good down there, which I can tell between malicious and just hauntings. But it didn't feel right. And then I was trying to explain that, it's really bad down here. Let's just go upstairs. And then I ended up getting scratched and burned
Ooh.
on my hand. So that was that. So that one was very apparent to me. That one was that was a pretty bad one. But I mean, there's no fear there. I didn't show any fear. But the thing followed me home. So that was cool. Not really cool, but the loud screeching was going on. Scared my cat. Doors slamming. I know there's nothing in my house, otherwise I would not be able to live here. And there was a black shadow on the wall, and it was coming towards our bedroom, and it just felt malevolent until you just told it to get out. But this was going on ever since we visited that house. So it would just follow us home until we figured out that we needed to tell it to stop. Eventually, we got a priest involved.
Yeah, speaking from experiences, those, when you get a negative entity on you, it can get rather ugly. I've almost had a couple instances myself where I've almost ended up dead if I wasn't able to fight back.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, there was one incident I had to go across state lines because I was getting called in for an exorcism. This guy was getting followed around by what he called a shadow dog, but he realized he wasn't seeing, just a really big dog when the thing started standing on its own 2 legs and other animals nearby would start freaking out.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It got to the point
Wow.
that if he got like a little jade necklace because he was raised into his family for protection, this thing completely obliterated it. Anything he tried to use in order to get rid of it, it pretty much just laughed it off. It was strong.
Wow. Dang. That's crazy.
It did come down to an exorcism, but we didn't seal off the area in time, and thing got away. About a couple weeks later, it jumps me in my own house, and it's able to pick me up by my neck and start trying to choke me to death.
Oh my gosh.
Now, mind you, I'm not a small guy. I'm 6'7", over 350 pounds, and this thing picked me up like I was a rag doll.
Oh my gosh. By the way, I'm seeing flashing on your left-hand shoulder. Not from the EMF, but from whatever that thing is on hanging there. I'm not entirely sure what it is.
Yeah, because that's actually where it happened.
Okay, well, there you go.
And the crazy thing is I have security cameras hooked up because I have done gigs with law enforcement and have had death threats, but it practically fried that section of time on the security camera where it would have caught something.
Wow.
The system still works. It's just that when you try to go to that area, that particular time slot, it acts like it's about to crap out on you.
Yeah. It's weird. It's just flashing. It's just flashing. I don't know. And now it's almost like I see a face.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how would you describe it?
I see one eye. No, it's gone. No, there it is. Okay, so you're not going to believe this.
Try me.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that little boy photo that you showed me?
Yeah.
Him.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Considering last time I saw him, he was still a baby. And that was only back in April.
It's still there.
Steven? I don't know what to believe when it comes to this.
And I just saw an orb.
Are you sure you don't want to go on more paranormal investigations? I think you'd be interested in that one.
Maybe when I'm not so vulnerable and sick and full of these migraines all the time.
It's like, well,
maybe.
I can talk about a little bit on here because we did discuss it on lives, and I do believe the post is up on the Parachills blog, but we do actually have a couple of really big cases that you might be able to volunteer for if you're interested. One is go out to Japan, actually, to do a documentary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Suicide Forest.
Well, that sounds lovely.
So, yeah, it's going to be about a 2-week investigation. We're going to have a film crew. As far as I know, we're going to have at least 12 investigators on it. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how that unfolds.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really awesome. I mean, even if I could just, there was a white mist that passed by you, by the way, behind you.
Would you quit playing around?
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm going to...
You're all right. You're all right.
But that face is still there, though, too, which is really weird.
It's going to be a little creeper. All right.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's not... I don't feel anything bad from it.
It's like, yeah, I don't either. It's just... Like I was saying with the broadcast I did last night, it's looking more and more like I've had kids with an extraterrestrial, and ever since that one attack that I showed you, they've been showing up to other members.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was an interesting twist.
Yeah, that is very interesting.
Oh, damn. Oh, just lost my track of thought. Oh, damn.
I'm sorry.
You're all right. You're all right. So, yeah, like I was saying, you do actually have a book coming out with Publix. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure.
All right. Well, what was your inspiration for writing that, by the way?
So I'm born and raised in Colorado, and I don't want this to sound bad, but I always wondered what it would be like to stop a mass shooting. And your camera's going all weird, by the way. Just let you know.
Okay. No, feel free. Feel free. Like I said, feel free to let me know if something's going on.
It's still going kind of glitchy, but that's okay. So I've always had an interest in what would it be like to stop one of these mass shootings. And there's a documentary on Showtime, I believe, where it pictured, I believe, Columbine, the Aurora Theater shooting, and Parkland, Pulse nightclub, and a couple of other ones. So I also love the movie A Beautiful Mind. I love how he is schizophrenic, but he can also go into his own world. So I kind of took those two together and made it into both of my passions, because I absolutely have the utmost empathy for people with schizophrenia, and I feel extremely sorry for them. I don't have any words for that, but these shootings and these mass shootings need to be stopped. So I kind of intertwined the two without giving it away.
That is an interesting process. It's like, yeah, it is going to be kind of scary out there as far as school shootings. Like, you can't, they say school's supposed to be the safest place, but
Right.
kids nowadays have to start looking up how to make impromptu bulletproof vests because their school just had a slightest threat. We've actually had a couple kids from schools around here where I live in Idaho start looking into stuff like that because there were a few threats in the area.
Wow.
One, I know that the FBI actually got involved because it was posted through Snapchat of all places.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's got to stop. It really does. It has to stop. And like I said, I'm very interested in those types of situations, in those types of people, and the psychology of those people, what goes on in their mind, because they obviously don't think like us. They are on a different level. They are wired differently. But so are schizophrenics. They are wired differently. And they don't live in this reality without medication. So I just took those two, like I said, and intertwined it, and kind of just, it made itself happen, I guess you could say, for lack of better terms.
No, I get what you're saying, and it's definitely been an interesting look about things, especially where a lot of these mass shooters honestly started testing that something was not right, but somehow they managed to slip through the cracks as far as flagging them before they could do something.
Yeah, it's exactly right. But I would love to actually talk to some of these people, just to kind of get the feel of their psychology and just to kind of just get the sense of what they or who they are as a person. Not because I like them or um, encourage or anything or indulge what they did. It's just not really why they did it, but almost what are you doing? What are you doing? Because so many people ask why, but what are they doing?
I get what you're saying, and I usually have to go through a similar disclaimer when I say that there was a certain level of genius to Nazi Germany, as an example,
Mhm.
because
Oh, for sure.
I've had a couple people say, Dakota, that's awful. It's like, okay, first off, I've had ancestors affected by that. One, two, it's also to call into question some the neo-Nazi parties of today, where they're just a-holes, but when you go back to Nazi Germany, there was a level of technology that even helped build up the U.S.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just going into this.
Inadvertently. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like yeah, there's not a lot of people realize that the whole reason we were able to go to space was because of former Nazi scientists.
Right.
And the
Yeah.
reason why I put it like this is because when you actually look at some of these people, there's almost a level of genius to them, but it's self-destructive in nature.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
And
mean?
that's where exactly. And that's exactly where they make mistakes sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them do, which is
You know,
why, they're successful, but then again, they're really not successful because they've either gotten caught or they have killed themselves or, or they made a mistake, as in what you were saying, Germany, the invasions and stuff like that. There was a mistake made, but one mistake could be the last.
exactly. And also, another thing that we had to consider, because I know that if I remember correctly, it was out of Oregon, and I think there was, in fact, there was a shooting not too long ago here in Idaho towards the Blackfoot area.
Uh-huh.
And mind you, situation around there, Amber Alerts out of Idaho every other week come from the Pocatello, Blackfoot, Idaho Falls area, which ironically is where some of the FBI offices here are as well.
Right. But also know that if it's on an Indian land, it's federal land, so it has to be FBI.
And the one thing I was saying is just that if I remember, there was a couple of these kids where it was one in Oregon and there was one young girl here where even the teachers knew that this was not them. Something was happening to push them to this point.
Wow. That's that's crazy.
It's like I
And
remember if it,
I
no,
fully
go ahead.
believe that. No, I
Yeah,
fully believe that. I was just agreeing with you.
no, that's like yeah, it's like I remember it was the one in Oregon if I remember correctly that the kid one of the gym teachers, if I remember correctly, just walked up to him real because he knew something was not right with this kid and managed to give him a big hug until police got there, and he basically ended up saving the school by that because he wasn't able to fire off any shots before then.
Wow.
As far as the middle school girl here, obviously with how you could just how she targeted people, you knew she was
Hmm.
getting bullied.
Yeah. And that's just the thing with Columbine, and I'm not entirely sure about the Aurora Theater shooting, but Parkland
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, they could shoot up a lot of places, but they chose the school. So why did they choose the school? You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
there's a backstory there that I think, and I have seen a lot of flashing lights behind you, by the way, and orbs behind you on your right hand shoulder. I just was busy talking.
Oh no, that's okay. It's like, are you sure it's just not the dust being reflected right now? Just to
No.
call out any potential skeptics that try to stir up trouble online.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. No, I see. Actually, I see like a light, a dark purple and white orb in the middle and green on the outside, and it's getting darker. It's getting darker, and it's on your right hand shoulder on that wall below the orange picture, I guess, of Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Yeah, it's just sitting there. Oh, it moved. It's gone.
Yeah. If it is who I think it is, there's still a level of shyness to it. It's like they'll come to me because if it is a situation where they're my kids from another planet, they're coming to me because I'm dad.
Oh
But as soon as
wow, there's a huge shadow. There's an apparition. It looks like a kid. It looks like a girl. It looks like an orb. There's an orb, and then there's a shadow in the
Really?
in the form of the human. Yeah, and it's turning colors. It's purple. I don't know if you can like switch the camera around to see what I'm seeing.
It's like push it more towards where you're saying you're seeing it. Does that help at all?
Yeah, I'm still seeing it though.
Huh.
So I don't know if it helps.
Well,
I don't know if it's just me seeing it, because that's where I think people think I'm crazy.
Yeah, it's honestly that's going to be hard to really get rid of. Even say, like, just as an example, with me running the EMF when I'm on lives or even turning on a spirit box, that's just my way of kind of validating that, yes, I am seeing stuff, but it also replicates enough of the circumstances so normal people can see it.
Right.
That's just been my approach.
Is that why it's turning green?
The orb or the EMF?
The EMF.
It's like the green on this. Yeah, I'll just bring it closer to the camera.
Okay.
The green is basically like the baseline. See,
Okay.
like right now, because it's moved closer to the computer, it's spiking a bit, but
Gotcha.
the green is normal, nothing really interacting with it to set it off. It's when it starts getting into orange and red, that's usually when you know something's up.
Okay. So maybe I wasn't seeing anything because it wasn't picking up on the EMF detector.
Well, it doesn't necessarily always work like that, because you really should research a lot on string theory. It gets a little complicated, but it helps explain a lot of this stuff at the same time.
Okay.
Like, well, definitely. It could very well be that for some reason you are picking up on something. It's just not at a level that, or at the base level of where the rest of the normal human senses are.
I see what you're saying. Okay. Because I figured, technology would be able to pick it up, not just me.
It's like, well, no, have you seen the movie Thor: The Dark World?
Yes.
Okay. Towards the beginning of the movie where she has that gadget that helps her pick up when Thor's coming to Earth, all the electromagnetic activity and stuff like that.
By the way, you're glitching out.
Again, of course.
Got
up the StreamYard managed to patch that up before we moved the audio, but anyway, with technology now, and you can actually go through old FBI documents directly on their website. So that you can build technology that picks up on what happens to the environment when they get here, not necessarily when they're actually here, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense, actually. Yeah, that does. Now that I'm thinking about it.
It's like, because the whole idea of cloaking devices and them, like they say that there's a mothership just outside of the Earth right now, but it's sitting outside of normal dimensions, the three dimensionals that we experience, to where we can't see it unless it gets ready to start stepping down.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah, it's one of those things where even the most brilliant people in the world get headaches trying to think about it, but once you get to that point, it does make sense, but it also opens up so many more possibilities.
Right. And I fully believe that. And now I'm getting a black mist behind you. The orb's gone, but it's just a black mist. And that face over there is gone too. And the shadow just moved behind you. So if anything, I think it's playing games. And the camera just kind of glitched.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting. And you can say that because there's been a lot of other sensitives who have been saying the same things.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. That's cool. At least I don't feel like I'm going crazy now.
Like, no, you're not going crazy. Well, dealing with this stuff will make you go crazy no matter what, but there's other people out there who experience it, and I do know that. Were you in the chat for last time Lisa Fry was in?
No, I don't believe so.
Right, the last episode of Afterlife Live, we actually had Psychic Medium on to channel the Galactic Federation.
Okay.
And basically, myself, Christopher Mule, and Christopher Edgecombe, we've all been having heightened activity ever since.
Wow.
But she actually has just joined the company as well.
Okay.
She's going to be helping out with the new spiritual brand that we just released. So you might want to, I might just send, once we get done here, I might just send you like her Facebook page, because she likes to do a lot of lives there and do readings. I think you might be able to learn a lot from her.
Okay. And then that whole little blank, I don't know, what is that over there? Is that just a sheet? Or a...
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a blanket I have over my window because I tend to work night shift.
But what color is it?
It's more of a green.
Okay, because it keeps turning purple.
Really?
And now it's like greenish purple.
Huh. You sure it's just not my shadow moving in front of it?
Maybe it is the shadow moving. I don't know, but when you've been sitting there, it's been changing colors though by itself. It's not really been. It really hasn't been doing much ever since I brought it up. But it's still been flashing over there too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny because Christopher Mule, we were after the show just talking. He said that he was seeing a face right there.
Oh, I can see that face. The face is gone right now, but I could see it earlier. I don't see the face anymore.
Are you sure you want to come on Afterlife Live with us? I think it might be interesting to have.
Can I do it through the video? Maybe just stay in the video portion of it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Then I can do that for sure. Just for right now, because of all the medical issues and the numerous infections and the orbs, lots of orbs are going on behind you. Wow. Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, like I said.
Oh, orbs on the little blanket.
But yeah, things have been getting a lot weirder ever since last Saturday.
Yeah, there was orbs coming. Like, I don't know what's behind you, if that's a bed.
Yeah.
Orbs are coming out of the bed. And then orbs were coming out of the blanket. So I don't know if you're going to get any EMF spikes or anything like that soon, because I know sometimes it doesn't work on our own time.
Yeah, I don't know. I've also been running a sleep talking app at night, and I've actually been catching a lot of EVPs lately. It's been crazy.
Yeah, I run a sleep app too, and I've actually just started that, and I heard voices talking. It wasn't me, and I was dead asleep. It was not me, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. But I don't know if it's after I joined like the live chats or anything, but I just listened back and I'm like, who in the world is talking? So it's really weird. Really weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely seems like there might be something going on or something coming here in the near future from the sounds of things.
Oh yeah, for sure. I believe that. I believe that for sure.
You know the Nicolas Cage movie Knowing?
Yep.
A lot of sensitives I know have been comparing it to that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. I okay, so I thought the movie was going to be good in the beginning. However, in the end, I not so much. I didn't really like that that boy and that girl were deemed Adam and Eve. And the other people were meant to die. I think I'm more of like a fan of Stephen King and The Stand.
No, it's just definitely been interesting, and the parts I've been getting concerned about is that a lot of people keep saying they keep hearing my name come across the veil. I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I haven't heard that. I haven't heard your name. I mean, if you want to turn on I don't know if you have a spirit box or anything like that, but feel free to turn it on.
It's like I have a few gadgets and gizmos around here.
Yeah, let's test it. Might as well.
All right.
I'm up for it. Like I live vicariously.
Well, like I said, if you ever want to try some of the tricks we use on the talk about on the shows, just let us know. We can try to help you get it all set up.
Okay.
Like, what did I just do with my phone?
Sorry, it's not funny.
No, it's all right. It's like I use the Necrophonic app. That's what you actually heard me use yesterday.
Ah, okay. So that's why those people kind of like sounded really weird. There's a lot of orbs going into you, by the way, just letting you know. Do you have a sparkly shirt on?
No, as far as the only sparkles that should be coming off of me is dust right here.
Okay.
No? It's like, unless there was a glitter shirt in the dryer again that I didn't catch.
It doesn't look like that. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, spirit box. I was like, yeah. I do have a few things on here. One that a lot of us on the team actually like to use is called the Necrophonic.
Okay.
You ever heard of that?
And well, I heard it when you did that other show, but you're glitching out again.
Yeah, probably because I was blocking my Wi-Fi antenna there.
Oh, gotcha.
Why is it the second I need something, it disappears? They're screwing with me.
Oh, I already know that.
Like,
They've been kind of playing around the second that we've been talking, I feel like.
and probably been flying around a lot more. It just wasn't until you came on that they realized, oh wait, they can see us. It could very well be like that. I've come across spirits where they weren't necessarily malicious. They were just
Yeah.
pranksters.
Yeah. Yeah. Like right now, I don't sense anything malicious. I would tell you right away if I did. I would tell you right away. But I don't sense anything malicious right now.
No, you'd definitely be able to tell if I had something malicious going on because there's some sort of weird transformation I practically go under.
I think I've seen that.
You probably did a little bit during those attack videos I showed you.
Yep.
You wouldn't be the only person that's said they noticed that.
Yeah. The other attack video, that guy, that was a sinister look. That was a sinister look. And that was beyond creepy. Very creepy.
Yeah, like I said, he was the most compromised of the group, and I've actually been talking with our in-house demonologist about that incident to try to put together something to help prevent more attacks.
Okay.
But where it seems like there's now an extraterrestrial connection, and I know it's probably a little sketchy for me to say this, but it's also part of the plan to drip feed this information to the public.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like, ever since the extraterrestrial connection came up, we're really trying to be careful about what we say.
Right. Absolutely. I agree.
So that actually brings up another question. Those tones I was playing yesterday, those have any effect on you?
No, but I actually heard them outside.
When?
Today.
Really?
Yes. So thank you so much for that. You lured the wolves into my living room.
Oh crap, sorry.
No, that's fine.
Well, if it helps any, the particular beings we're at are, well, they look human. They act like they want to help us out.
No, lovely.
No, it's like a lot of when it comes to UFO reports, they say that a lot of people are afraid of ETs treating us like we treat each other on this planet. That's where a lot of the fear comes from. But there's also been reports where something on Earth was trying to shoot them down, and they held restraint.
That would make sense.
Now, it's definitely been interesting. Now, since it does seem like UFOs have been a lot more active, have you seen anything besides the tones showing up at your house?
No, it was just the one. It was just like it was just the beep beep thing in it. My cat caught onto it. And it was outside in the backyard. I know it was, and there's a black mist again in that picture. But then it went away. I mean, it was, again, there's really no fear. There's nothing malicious about it. But that's it. That's the only time I've heard it, though.
Huh. Well, that experiment may have had some unintended results. Oops.
Whatever.
No, it's my understanding that those tones were actually picked up in crop circles that had a lot of mysterious lights, had electronic malfunctions, things like that. So.
Oh, wow.
Basically, the idea to play those is to rebroadcast, the example that they used is like, what would you do if you walked into somebody's house and saw your picture on the wall? Type of thing.
That would be really weird.
Yeah, it definitely gets your attention.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
It's like, they don't want me to try it out tonight. I was like, I don't think you guys are ready for what's coming.
I want to hear it. I thought it was fascinating.
Yeah, it's definitely that psychic medium. Like, have you ever seen the film Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind?
No, not yet, but I plan on watching it.
Yes, that medium we had on, she was recommending it to me when I told her that I was working on some tests to try to establish one-on-one contact with ET.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you gotta watch that. I think it's gonna really help you. And I'm just like, oh my god, she was right.
Oh my god, she was right.
You know, like I said, it's like she might actually be able to help you, because I do know that she does teach classes in dealing with psychic ability.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that she didn't notice any of her abilities until she was in her 30s as well.
Yeah. It's weird. Yeah, they really heightened when I was in my 30s. Mm-hmm.
It definitely makes you wonder if there's anything up here that would trigger that.
I don't know. Like I said, it's been that way since I was a little kid, though. But I think it was more of you need that brain development.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe because right now it seems like the only times we could be able to measure it is having you wired up to an EEG all day, and I'm just like, nobody wants that. I'd rather not have to go through that unless absolutely necessary, you know?
Right. Right.
So, I felt like I had another question for you, but it just escaped me.
It'll come back to you as soon as you stop thinking about it. I mean,
Probably.
Things always come up when you least expect them.
That's very true. That's very true. So have you tried to do anything to develop your abilities?
I used to, in high school, I meddled a lot with the Ouija board. Again, high school. Went to a lot of haunted places, did a bunch of stuff, but a bunch of weird things started happening to me. I actually woke up one night and I was on the ceiling and I was looking at myself on my bed laying there, but my eyes were open and I could see my clock, I could see everything, but I realized I needed to come back down. And so that was really weird. And then the next night I actually woke up with a very slaughtered girl next to me in bed. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I think this is enough of that. No more. I was like, I don't really like to do this. I mean, if none of this stuff is happening, sure, but there's just weird things that are happening to me, and I'm not liking it.
Yeah, that I don't think anybody with any level of experience would be comfortable seeing that.
I had to turn on the light just to make sure that it really wasn't there, because then if it was, I was like, oh my god, it's bad.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, any idea who she was?
If I could describe her, it looked like the girl from The Ring, except she was hacked to death. Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
Yeah, huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, more orbs, lots of orbs going into your bed. Sorry, behind you.
Yeah, I'm not. You're all right. Almost feels like we're having a bit of a Tourette's conversation, but no, feel free to let me know if you see something. Like, so I know if I have to deal with it. But
I will. I will.
it was like I don't know. It's like the other night I was putting together some information for a
Oh, a
case.
lot of orbs. Sorry, keep going. Oh,
Okay.
two orbs that went right into your bed. One orb just no. Oh, wow, wow. What is
What?
going on with your bed? It's like somebody put off a glitter bomb over there.
Wait. I don't know. It's like like I said earlier, the only glittery sort of things going on is the dust in the sunlight right now. But
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what it is.
it's like you got to get really careful, especially with orbs through a camera, because it doesn't take much to recreate them.
Mm-hmm.
There's only been 2 times I've ever seen orbs personally that there was, without a doubt, they were something supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I might be able to dig you up with the video clip of one, which was from a case where you see what looked like 2 orbs, and it kind of looked like they were somehow connected in the middle. It was
That's what I just saw just now when you're by your bed, though.
That's concerning because there was a dead body on this location.
Oh, cool. Sorry, I mean that's not cool, but you know what I mean.
No, it's like no, there was this basement in this house. There was actually a sealed off well, and in the video you see what looked like a light bar formation come out of the ceiling, move off to the side. And the thing about this one, there was a furnace in the back that the light was actually reflecting off of from this orb.
Oh, wow. Well, maybe you want to come. I mean, maybe you want to take a look at it after this, and just see if you see what I'm seeing. You might be able to see it.
All right. And
Because,
the
yeah,
what was that? Oh, what was that?
I mean, you just might want to take a look back at it, just to debunk it. And I mean, maybe I am seeing dust, but it just like you were just standing still, so it was just kind of coming out of nowhere. That's why I was. It was a little weird.
All right. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that later. I,
Hmm.
I definitely have my curiosity now. I was like, yeah, when it comes to orbs, if it seems like they're giving off their own light, that's one of the first indicators that it might be something legit. The
Hmm.
other one I tell people is that if it has unusual features, as this was years ago during a Christmas program back when I was in elementary school, but there was a photo my grandmother took where there was this large orb by a row of chairs that had feet.
Really?
I have never seen anything like that ever since.
Wow.
But yeah, it looked like it just had little children's boots on and it was dancing along to the music.
That's
Like,
that's
that was interesting, yeah.
yeah, that's very interesting. I don't really know what else to call that.
It was like, oh, there's also a sighting by some train tracks not too far from it because this is one of those blinking you'll miss it towns where an older woman swear to the day she passed that she saw a toddler spirit running around with a chainsaw.
Oh, well, that's good.
Like, yeah, that's my hometown.
Wow.
I was just like, that explains a lot.
Yes, I want you to meet some very nice people. They're from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, might as well.
Were you going to do the whole what did you call it? The necro what?
I was gonna do the necrophonic if I could figure out what the heck I did with my phone, but we are actually starting to run out of time.
Oh, dang it. Okay. Well, that's okay. No worries.
But no, we definitely got to get you on another show, possibly with Parachills, and there's not going to be any issues if you want to just do it audio only. So
I would rather just like I said, for right now with all the stuff going on.
oh no, yeah, understandable. It's you got your own things to worry about, but it doesn't hurt to come on. We're trying to get more people to not be so shy and get in front of the camera a bit more. So.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No. And I would do it. I just I look like death right now, and it's not that great.
Oh, I'm sure you're not that bad.
It's kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
Well, all right. Well, honestly, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, certainly. Is there anything you want to add before we jump off of here?
I really hope people enjoy the book. There's a lot of plot twists. You think you might know something, but it's probably not what you think. So I do hope you enjoy it when it does come out.
All right. Yeah, definitely. We don't have a release date quite set along yet, but by the time this episode comes out, hopefully, if I can get to it, I'm going to try to put a coming soon page on the public's website, so that way we can start showcasing the projects we have coming up as well. So we'll have something that you can show off to people here soon.
Perfect.
Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Specials of the Strange radio show. Nat has been absolutely amazing, and just to say this without getting into too many company details, she has been making very good impressions and quite an asset to the organization, to say the least. And I'm not the only one saying that.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that a lot.
I was like,
Thank you.
Talking to you a few times, it seemed like you tend to get insecure pretty easily, but I'm just saying you got nothing to worry about. You got a lot of potential to you.
Thank you. I'm just shy in general.
Nothing wrong with that, but stick around us. We'll break you free.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
All right, well, about time we say goodbye.
Thank you so much.
And you're more than welcome to come on anytime you like.
Perfect. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Bye.